this is Amanda here at Fundamental Home, and I wanted to do a video for you because I was sitting here at the sink doing some dishes. And a little bit of backstory. Yesterday, if you watch my Instagram, I shared a picture of some tortilla pizzas that Brianna made when I ran Ricky over to urgent care. He has a little chest cold, he's fine. Anyway, so she made some tortilla pizzas, and she used a broiler pan and a Pampered Chef Stoneware pan. And I was busy all day yesterday running around with church, and Ricky's sick, so I didn't get a chance to actually wash them. They didn't get washed until this morning. So I'm sitting here scrubbing a pan, the broiler pan to start with. So broiler pan, here's the bottom, and I'm going to show you the top too. Here's the top. And then she also used my Pampered Chef Stoneware. Here's that. So the broiler bottom, I've been sitting here scrubbing for about 15 minutes. And I still have to scrub the broiler top, which, in case you cannot tell, do you see that baked on cheese? Yeah, I'm not really excited about that. And then I have my Pampered Chef Stoneware right there. And I thought I would just show you the difference. This is why I love the Pampered Chef Stoneware. This is why I have a collection of Pampered Chef Stoneware and not a collection of metal pans, because of the cleaning. Now, I do not have a dishwasher. The dishes that we have in our house must be cleaned by hand. However, I've had a dishwasher in the past, and we've run into the same issue before. You put something in the dishwasher and it doesn't get clean. You got to rewash it like 3 different times in the dishwasher, or you got to take it out and wash it by hand anyway. So Pampered Chef is so much easier. So much easier. I'm going to show you why, but first I'm going to show you my situation with the broiler pan, and then you'll see my frustration. Okay, so here is the broiler pan that I've been scrubbing. Now, you're wondering what I'm using to scrub. I have my sponge, and it has the scrubby side on it. I have, well, this is for my Pampered Chef. I have my dish soap, and I also use baking soda when it gets really, really bad. So this pan I've been scrubbing for like 15 minutes, and I'm going to put it up here so you can see it in the light. Now, in the light, you can actually see really well. There's a few spots that are still like sticky. And this is what I've been trying to scrub off. It's like really, really gross. And I guess that's from where the cheese had kind of melted down and was on it. Really, really gross. So what I've been doing was first of all, I used my scrubby sponge and I scrubbed with loads of soap to try to get the greasiness off. And then when we get down to this sticky residue, which you can't move with your hand, I use the baking soda, which normally works fine, but this is particularly persistent. And I haven't even gotten to this mess yet. Let's not even talk about it. So here's the deal. Look at this. I'm going to show you something. It's gross. My apologies. Look at this sponge. You see the gross sticky stuff that's now on my sponge? And this was a brand new sponge I just pulled out of the package for this load of dishes. It's gross. So now what I have to do is I have to put a whole bunch of soap onto my sponge to try to get that stickiness off of the sponge. Okay, I'm going to do this while I talk to you. And I'm basically just scraping it with my nails and trying to use the dish soap to try to get rid of some of this stickiness. And it's so bad. So bad. It'll eventually come off, but it's a pain. It's a pain. Okay, so now it's mostly come off my sponge. And now I can start to actually use the sponge again to try to get more gross sticky stuff off of the bottom of this broiler pan. So here's my process, and you guys might have a different process, and if you have advice, great. I would love to hear it. Maybe it'll be helpful for someone else. But I give it another good once over with the dish soap. Try to make it a good layer of the dish soap because it has all those detergents in it, right? And let's just talk about the detergents for a second. Not great for the environment. We're stuck with them, right? Okay, so I rinsed it off. Now I'm going to use the baking soda. And the way I use the baking soda We don't normally pour that much on. I'm going to show you what I got going on here. Okay, so basically I'm taking the baking soda and I'm wiping it with the sponge and turning it into a paste. So that paste will scrub all of the yucky edges of the pan. And it'll also kind of stick to the yucky parts, so it'll tell you where the yucky parts are. So you can take it around all the different edges, and the edges are really the worst. Find the bad spots and then you gotta scrub them. So I've been sitting here scrubbing for a minute or two. And keeping in mind that I have already scrubbed this for quite a while. And see, every time I do this, it makes my sponge bad. Because look, you can see where I've been scrubbing with the baking soda, and even look at the dirt that you get from it, right? Look at this corner. I was just doing the baking soda there. So it's just kind of getting sticky and gross on the pan. But we're getting it off. I mean, it's not like we're not making progress. But the point is, it's a lot of scrubbing. A lot of scrubbing, a lot of effort, messing up the pan, or messing up the sponge. And that's the bottom broiler pan. Now, I probably would have just done them all on my Pampered Chef pan. But she was very helpful. She was trying to be very helpful. And I appreciate my daughter. So now what I gotta do is I gotta take the sponge and I gotta rinse all that gross stuff off with the soap, just like I did at the beginning. Get it nice and soapy, get all the greasy, grimy, grossy stuff off again. And then I'm gonna wash the pan off again with the regular soap and see if it's clean. And frankly, what I normally like to do, I know the lighting is bad, I apologize, it's just a weird place. What I normally like to do too is if I feel like it's still not clean enough, I will boil some water and put boiling water in it just to make sure I'm killing any germs on it. I don't like germs. I don't like germs on my dishes, and I want to make sure everything that we put food on is clean. Okay, so it looks like this second round pretty much did the job. But now I have the other pan. Now I have the other broiler pan. So now I'm working on the broiler pan top. And it's the same kind of deal. I'm going to scrub it with the soapy water first. And then probably go over it at least once or twice with the baking soda mix. Just to make sure we've got every bit of the crumbly, gross stuff. See, I'm running into some rough patches. Just to make sure all of that comes off. And again, there's some other ways you can clean it. I know my mom used to use SOS pads. I'm not a huge fan of those. I mean, they used to get rusty and they didn't, I don't know, they just didn't seem super hygienic. I remember seeing them sitting up on the windowsill next to our sink when I was a child. And I hated using them. But it's certainly a good option if you have something really bad that you want to clean. But I personally just like a regular sponge and baking soda. I think that does a good job, but alright. Broiler pan, round one. Let's get the baking soda. Time to scrub. That's done. I actually think, thankfully, because this was a broiler pan, most of the gross, oily, greasy, gooey stuff went through these holes and went to the bottom pan. So since I did the bottom pan first, this top one wasn't too bad except for the part where the cheese is stuck to it. So not too bad on the top, right? I'm rinsing it. I think this one is just about clean. Now we're doing the Pampered Chef pan. Now watch this, guys. Pampered Chef pan. Had the exact same stuff on it. I take my scraper. I scrape all the hard bits off, which I already ran this underwater, so it took most of the hard bits off just by running it underwater. So I just give it a little scrape, rinse it underwater, and there you go. That is all Pampered Chef recommends that you do. Now again, I'm me, and I often feel like I must at least give the sponge a good once over on it. Done. This particular Pampered Chef stoneware, the pizza stone, I've had this stone probably 20 years, okay? And the way the stoneware works is, I had to turn the water off. And the way the stoneware works is actually pretty similar to your cast iron pan, and then it gets seasoned. That's why it's this dark brown color and not the light color that it comes in the box. So when you get it, you put oil or butter or something on it, whatever oil you choose, and you put it in the oven and you bake it. And every time you use it, it gets more seasoned. And that's why this one is super dark brown, because I've had it a really long time. And so you're not supposed to use dish soap on it because it takes off that nice layer of oil that you want on it. Okay, and then we also try not to put too many things on it that are super processed, so the things that are sticking to it aren't like ultra processed oils or things that are going to cause it to have a lot of residue, because if it does have a lot of residue, then I am going to take my baking soda to it and scrape it down. But I almost never have to do it because it is seasoned, because it already has that nice oil layer already on it. Pretty much every time you just run water over it, whatever kind of things you have left over from cooking, it'll either wash off or you can scrape it off with your scraper. So this is why I have a collection of stoneware. That, and there's one other reason. Nothing burns on it. Try it. Trust me. Cookies, biscuits, things that I used to burn all the time, they don't burn. I mean, I've left stuff on here an awfully long time. They'll dry out, but they won't blacken and burn like on a metal pan. So this is why I love stoneware. This is why I have a collection of it. This is why I tell you about it. And this is why we have Pampered Chef Party. Because I think that if you want to, and it also, it's not really that expensive. I mean, like I said, this month, if you host a party, one of the specials is you can get a 3-pack of Pampered Chef stoneware for $39 and some change. And so that's like a little over $10 a pan. I mean, that is a Walmart price for something that has lasted me 20 years and I love. So, I mean, it's really not expensive overall, frankly, even if you pay the full price, because I'd pay at least $20, $30 for this. So, there you go. How you clean the Pampered Chef pan, how it compares to cleaning a regular pan, and why I like it. So anyway, today is the last day of my Pampered Chef Party. If you want to buy some, they have some good deals going on for November. It's a good time to buy it. I think it's a really good Christmas gift. I think it's an even better wedding gift. If you have any weddings coming up, this is a good gift for a new bride or people who are moving out. Like I have a collection period, but part of my collection are things that I'm putting aside for my kids for when they move out, because they're so used to having it. You know, they appreciate it too. So anyway, just wanted to share that with you. People have asked me about how to clean it and stuff. So super easy. Get yourself some. I'll put links in the description box if you want to get a part of that. And if you want, I'll probably do another party in December just to because I'm sure they're going to have some December deals too. So I'll do another party in December. If you can't buy it now, just keep an eye out at the beginning of December and maybe you can get it then. But if you want to get a part of it now, here you go. So, all right. You guys have a great day. My dishes are done. See you next time. Bye. Hey, thanks for watching. I'm really glad you came to visit us here at the Fundamental Home. Make sure if you enjoyed this video that you click the like button and also click subscribe right below me for more videos coming into your inbox all the time. And also, if you enjoy social media, we've got links up at the top here for Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Pinterest, all the other fun things. And check out thefundamentalhome.com for more information about what we're doing all the time and how we do it, because there's way more details there. And here over to the right, we have some videos that I recommend. So thanks again for coming by, and we'll see you next time. Bye.